Leith Stevens from Redeam.
Redeam solves a multi-billion-dollar problem by eliminating paper vouchers for the tours and attractions industry. See, unlike flights, cars, and hotels that have enabled electronic distribution, the same has not happened for the tours and attractions industry. In fact, it's actually still mostly paper-based. So if I was to go to a reseller like an OTA to buy a flight, they send me a real ticket via email, and then later I get a barcode on my phone that I can scan and get on the plane. Not so for tourist attractions. If I was to go to that same reseller and buy a ticket to a museum or an observation deck or a hop-on, hop-off bus ride, I don't get a real ticket. I get a voucher. And this is a PDF that they send me that I need to print and bring to the attraction. Once I get there, commonly involves waiting in a line to exchange that voucher for a real ticket. This is obviously not how I, as a traveler, want to start my vacation. However, it's so much worse for the tourist attraction because they have the front office staff to exchange the voucher, but then back office staff that need to count each voucher, verify each voucher, reconcile each voucher, and then finally invoice the reseller for what they've sold. And this collectively costs tourist attractions billions of dollars each year. In fact, one of our clients actually used to spend 27 days of the month going through all the vouchers from last month. What if their sales went up by 20%? So we all know that as a whole, mobile bookings in the travel industry are going up. However, the tours and attraction space is so antiquated that adding mobile into this mix makes it even worse. Because even if you buy on your mobile, you still need to print out that piece of paper somehow and bring it to the attraction. This has historically led to poor mobile sales and bad reviews, which, because people take into account those reviews when they book, means they book even less, creating this negative spiral. If you're a reseller and you can't sell mobile tickets, you're also leaving money on the table. Now, this is a problem that affects every single tourist attraction in the world that distributes their tickets. Doesn't matter what kind that they are. If the solution is kind of like what we did for flights, cars, and hotels to enable electronic distribution, but at a much larger scale because there's so many, hundreds of thousands of tourist attractions in the world. Redeam solves this problem by electronically connecting the reseller, the traveler, and the attraction. Let me show you how. The typical tourist attraction works with dozens of different resellers, although the large ones work with hundreds. And each reseller has its own kind of voucher. They're all unique. This is our on-premise tablet scanning solution. It can scan any voucher from any reseller, instantly validate it, and then issue a ticket. We read all barcodes on all vouchers using our omni-scanning technology. And a lot of vouchers actually don't even have a barcode, in which case we use computer vision to read the text and then process the voucher that way. We can even support handwritten vouchers from the concierges and the like by manually transcribing it for the attraction. What this means is that on day one of Redeem, an attraction solves 100% of the voucher problem. They commonly think of us as this magic machine where paper and mobile vouchers come in and a single neat report pops out at the end of the month that they use for invoicing. And they absolutely love our magical voucher elimination machine. It's great for the traveler because they get mobile tickets onto their phone, they scan and go in. And for the resellers, they see increased mobile sales as a result of being able to offer real mobile tickets online. This is just one application of our universal voucher redemption technology. It can be integrated into the ticketing and reservation systems that are already existing in the suppliers, meaning that they don't need to change the technology or services they're currently using. We also support all of the resellers that they're currently using, over 300 worldwide, in all languages and currencies, making us truly a global solution. Just like our solution has to be simple for the attractions, so is our business model. We charge a 3% fee of every voucher that we process or ticket. We save the attraction dollars in cost and charge them only pennies. And we're working with some of the most iconic attractions in the world, like the Metropolitan Museum of Art, the Statue of Liberty, and the One World Observatory. And these are just a handful of the over 100 clients that we have that we're helping to eliminate paper vouchers for. And I have to say, business has been pretty good. Since launching in April, we've been growing at 40% month over month. And we're just getting started. The market shows that $35 billion will be spent on tours and attractions sold through third parties this year alone. In 3 years, that's going to grow by 22% to over $43 billion. We have a team that's well seasoned in technology and in the tours and attractions industry. Our CEO, Kevin McLaughlin, founded Smart Destinations, an attraction pass company that he grew to $45 million in revenue. It was recently sold to the big bus company for over $50 million. CTO Nathan Probst co-founded Redeam, backup software that's in tens of millions of computers worldwide. Alex Kramer has written for Phocuswright and T-News, and founded FlexTrip, a B2B tour and activity platform. I was CEO, co-founder at FlexTrip with Alex, and we successfully exited that company to Nor1. Even though we've been around the block, we've got a great team of advisors with experience at Disney, Universal Studios, Ticketmaster, Google, Expedia, and Phocuswright. This is the team that knows technology, and this is the team that knows this industry. And we're bringing it together to develop electronic distribution for the tours and attractions market that the rest of travel has had for decades. Oh, and we really hate paper. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Leith.
Is that okay? Yeah.
Grab a seat in the Dragon stand. Dragons? Tours and activities.
Sure. I think that's a really great product. There's nothing like a simple solution for a long-term problem, so congratulations on the work you've done so far. I'm curious about the redemption process. Do you supply hardware to any of your outlets?
There's two ways it works. Either we do supply the hardware, and that's typically if they don't have a reservation system or a ticketing system, or they don't have a very modern one. There's a lot of homegrown stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
But so we give them that tablet and it just scans everything, and that's pretty easy. For the ones that do have a good system or the one that they want to integrate, we integrate with that system, so they don't need to change that.
Okay.
And we're just additive to what they already have.
Great.
Do you not have a giant technology output problem there where you're directly integrating with a hugely diverse population of legacy systems? How do you handle that, scaling that up?
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit of an 80-20 rule. I'd say there's a dozen systems out there that really matter to our business. You know, we're not going after the small, like Segway tour operator. We're going after the large-scale attractions that are doing at least $1 million a year in channel sales. Yeah. They have a pretty modern system a lot of the time. They have one that can integrate.
So all of your revenue is on the supplier, the attraction side. There's no other revenue on the other side of that.
Pretty much, yeah. We charge the suppliers. They're our main customer.
Okay. Sorry to take all the time. Do you see blockchain in either your future or as a threat?
I don't see a blockchain in our future, but I mean, it'll probably eat the world in some way. But in the horizon for my business, in
not for your exit time frame.
I don't see it happening.
Okay.
Yeah, you're talking about something that's so advanced when we've got guys that are still dealing with pieces of paper. You know, like sure, maybe, but.
So you know what? One of the things I think is so interesting about what you're doing is that you're really in a race with the ultimate destination of this category, right? And so, you know, some people would come at it and say, we're going to go straight to a clean ticketing process all the way from, you know, sale, distribution, redemption, all the way through. It's going to be mobile, it's going to be seamless, it's going to be end-to-end. You're starting by fixing what is a chaotic category from the back end, but on a race, I imagine, to that front-end ultimate solution, because if you're late, your entire business model will get wiped out, right? So how are you handling that pressure?
Yeah, we view the voucher redemption piece as the first piece for us. That's our Trojan horse. It's such a big problem for every single attraction that they want it right away. So that's our first piece, to lay the connectivity. After that, we can sort of have other services on top. I don't see competition in the connectivity space, but I do see competition in some of the other stuff like distribution.
Right, and I think Trojan horse is the appropriate answer, but you don't want all your Trojans to die in the horse, right? I mean, at some point, you got to bust out of the belly and fight. When do you think you're going to do that? Is that 2 years out, 3 years out?
I'd say something like that. The industry has always moved a lot slower than I think anyone in technology has hoped. So, you know, you don't want to say 2 years. It could be 5. It could be more. But yeah, at some point, you're right.
Yeah, very good. Anyone else? I can keep going.
Yeah. So I just noticed that all of the attractions you mentioned are US only. Any European footprint or Asian footprint?
Not yet. That's on the cards for 2018. Right now, we just try to stay focused on what we're good at and eliminate as many differences as we can in our product. So
But
now
you're
that we've got
you're
right
not
in the
worried
US,
then
we're expanding to the...
a well-funded competitor that takes those markets prevents you from getting there ever?
It's possible. Hasn't
It's
happened
kind
yet.
of to Chris's point, you know, it's more, if you don't move fast enough, you cede that territory forever.
Yeah, it's hard to say what other people will do, but so far we haven't seen anything. Got to move as fast as we can.
Yep.
Great.
Great.
Thank you very much, Lee.
Yeah, hold on.